So I'm making this video to make up for last week's more lackluster video. So hopefully this I can get more hyped because I'm not going to be afraid of spoiling anything because it's a live action movie that has very little to do with the comic or the TV show. So let's get started. So the first thing that got me really hyped for this movie is the fact that the entire cast is like super Asian. They're like all Japanese actors, and they're all in the show and the comic. Like almost all of the characters besides Mikasa are like European, like super heavy European people with like super European names, like Jean and Jaeger. So that was great just to see. They keep a lot of the names the same or like slightly change them so they sound slightly more Japanese. But that was great. Oh, and if you're going to watch this movie, I really recommend that you watch the English dub. So like don't watch it like in Japanese with subtitles. Watch the English dub because it is glorious. It's kind of like those old school kung fu movies where like they dub over it and it's not really matching up really well, and like that some of the actors are like really bad and it's awesome. So anyway, I'm going to start talking about the movie now, but just make sure to watch the English dub and it's great. So it has the base premise is still the same where there's the walls and the Titans and humanity's just been hiding behind them for a while. And the movie opens with Eren, Mikasa, and Armin just hanging out in the field somewhere. And then Eren like, hey, look, I found this old bomb. Like they find a bomb, like the kind of bomb that would be dropped from like like a BW Flying Fortress or whatever they call it. It's this huge bomb. Like even has like nose art and everything. Like it's from World War II or something stupid like that. So they find this bomb and Eren starts kicking it, and then Armin's like, "No, don't do that." And Eren's like, "I don't care. I don't care about rules." And that's all Eren's character is in this movie. It's like I don't care about rules, and I'm the coolest guy ever. So after that, they go to the wall, and Eren's like, "We're going to go climb the wall and see what's over it." So they go and do that. Like they make it to a wall, and then the cops show up and tell them you're not allowed to go up the wall. And they're like, "Oh." And then right when they're like sulking off away, like the Titans attack, and like it's pretty much the same scene from the first episode where like the colossal Titan appears, breaks through the wall and everything. So all that happens, and okay. Also, the characters seem a lot older in this live action movie. Like I would say that they're like in the show they're like I don't know like 10 or 12 or something. In this live action movie they look like they're 17 or 18 or something. But anyway, they go and hide in a church, except Mikasa doesn't make it into a church, and she gets, like, eaten by a titan. And Eren's like, no! And then there's a time skip, and then they're eating mashed potatoes while training with the military. And the military's like, yeah, we developed 3D maneuver gear. It's going to be hype, though. Look, like, half of our budget went to doing the special effects on these things. Um, oh, so then the introduces us like the characters like Jean is I think there, and Reiner's not really there, and like I think her name's Sasha, but she becomes like the second best character in this movie next to Armin, which like you could say what you want about these movies, but I really like the fact that the movies the movie's split into two, so it's like a two-part thing. Like I don't know, like Harry Potter did it and Hunger Games did it, so they're doing it. But there's the first one, it's just called Attack on Titan. The second one's like Attack on Titan: End of the World. And what I like about both of the movies is they just kind of set up Armin and Sasha as being the coolest characters in the entire series. In the show, they were my favorite characters, but I don't feel like they did much. So that was great. So anyway, they train with the military, eat mashed potatoes, and they head out to go and do a scouting mission, and then they fight Titans and stuff, and they kind of just do Attack on Titan stuff. And okay, so they're driving through the fields outside the wall, and then you see like crashed helicopters, and like they're And yes, I mean driving. Like in the show, they're on horseback and like carriage stuff, and it's like pre-industrial technology. But in the movie, like they have like Humvees, armored uh, armored personnel transports. It's great. So you see like crashed helicopters and jet fighters and tanks. So I feel like they were trying to go for more like realistic, like something for like the audience to wrap their head around. But I don't think you're going to see this movie in theaters unless you know what Attack on Titan is in the first place. So anyway, they're outside the wall doing like scouting mission stuff, and then like they're attacked by a bunch of titans, and then this one dude in the scouting legion suplexes a titan. He's just like, okay, so there's this one guy. He's like, I don't know, like maybe 5'11". He just like the titans are chasing him, and he's like, no. He stops, runs up to the titan, grabs it, and then like throws a titan. And it was like, yo, that's hype though. And what else happens? Oh, then Mikasa comes back, and it turns out she wasn't eaten because she was saved by this one captain guy, who I feel like they were trying to make Levi, except they were like, nah, he has to be more Asian. And then they give him some Japanese name, and he's more of a dick than Levi is. Like, I think Levi is cool. Like, he's not the nicest person, but this guy in the movie, like, he's just the worst, and it's great. Like, there's a whole scene where Aaron's like talking to Mikasa, while like Mikasa's playing a piano or something, and then like they're like just catching up on like since they hadn't seen each other for years after like the first attack, and then out of nowhere the captain guy just shows up eating an apple. It's like, am I interrupting anything? So, and then the like, yeah, kind of. And then he just goes over to Mikasa and it's like, yeah, Mikasa knows what we need to do to survive because we've been living out here fighting the Titans while you hide behind the walls like cattle. And Aaron's like, I'm not a cattle. And it's like, but are you? And then the captain starts like just getting up behind Mikasa. It's like, Mikasa, eat this apple. And then she's like, no. And he's like, nah, it's okay though, eat the apple. And then he just starts like nubbing the apple that's like hitting her on the mouth of it, and she like starts eating it. And Aaron's just watching, and everyone's super uncomfortable. The captain guy's loving it. Like, I feel like I wish I could find the scene by itself on YouTube so I could just like put it in a link to it in the description. But it's a great scene, and you should just watch the movie for the scene. Okay. Oh, there's also another scene where, like, after I think it's after that, Aaron's just like hanging out, and then so another person from the scouting division's like, just like really starts like just like going up to him and is like, hey, Aaron, you want to sleep with me? And he's like, I don't know. And she's really coming on super strong. And then out of nowhere, a Titan comes and just looking through the window, and Aaron can see it, but the girl can't. He was like, oh no. And then right before they start getting it on, the Titan starts attacking them. So it's like the second time in the movie where Aaron's been kind of cockblocked by a Titan. Like, I feel like that's his whole motivation. Like, in the TV shows, because the Titan, like, killed his family. In the movie, it's just like, no, the Titans are stopping me from getting anything. And, well, that pretty much sums up the first Attack on Titan live-action movie. Like, it's really good, and if the second movie never came out, it would probably be my favorite movie of 2016. Like, it's even better than Batman v Superman, which I really like Batman v Superman. So go watch Attack on Titan, the live action movie. Make sure to watch the English dub, and then after that, go watch Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.